Okay, so I'm out in the cichlid barn this morning doing a water change, and I thought about this debate, and I don't really see anybody on the other side of it. It's the central system debate, and I hear everybody talking about, well, you know, you don't want a central system because if one tank gets sick, then all the tanks get sick. They're all in the same system. Well, that can be somewhat true in certain situations, but here I have a UV. You know, everything runs back through UV, which is a mitigating factor on a lot of issues, and also I can isolate each tank by simply closing the valve coming back to that tank, and then I have alternate filtration inside the tank, kind of overkill filtration. So in other words, I close that valve, and if there's any type of problem in here, I immediately recognize it. I close that valve. This system's isolated. Yeah, well, maybe it could have spread already, but really, what fish keeper maintains super strict, cleanliness where they dip their nets and sterilize their nets before they go in each tank, a net for each tank, wash their hands, sterilize their hands before they reach in another tank? I mean, it's really not realistic. But so anyway, my system comes back through the UV and runs in a circle. I've got a huge sump down here, and I don't know, I look at the big boys, you know, these guys that are these companies that have huge warehouses full of millions of dollars in fish, and they have central systems. I mean, they've got scientists on staff, and they've got businessmen running everything, and here we are, Mr. Mickey Mouse fish breeder, and we're pointing the finger at them saying they're stupid. I don't know. I keep an open mind. So I've developed my system here to where I have a central system, and I can turn this over several times an hour with a 180 watt pump, very efficient. And then my blower up there is 200 watts, and it can do 150 outlets. So very low electricity, and we're over filtering everything, and we've got the protection with the UVs. We can isolate the tank if there's an issue. So I don't understand, you know, that it seems like everybody's backing this idea that central systems are bad. I don't know. Tell me what you think. You know, tell me your opinion. I'm interested to know what you guys have to say. Oh yeah, one more thing about my water tank changes. I bumped them up to daily, and that's 15% daily on each rack, and I've gotten it down to about 15 minutes for 50 tanks here, so I'm pretty proud of myself. Yeah, I just pump it out of the trough there, drains down to the tanks, goes right out the barn. Both systems, I do one, start the other, come back, fill the one, fill the other, and everything's gravity fed through this tank right here. You can see it's down a ways, filling back up. So, all right, let me know your thoughts on the central system debate.